Hello, thank you for watching this video. The process of filing an appeal for the first time can sometimes be confusing. We prepared this video to help you through the process step by step. When you receive citations from OSHA, please take the time to read through the first few pages of the citation package. There's a lot of information in there, but it is important and useful and worth your time to read it. As you can see, there are general instructions, information about setting up an informal conference with OSHA, information about filing an appeal, and other general information related to the receipt of your citations. When you receive the citations, it is important that you take action promptly in order to preserve your rights. Appeals must be initiated within 15 working days from the date that you receive the citations. Now, the date you receive the citations is based on when they're delivered, not when someone in your organization brings them to your desk. So if the post office records show that your front office person signed for the citation package on October 1st, but that person did not bring it to you or someone in management to deal with until October 10th, the clock had already started on October 1st, so you'll need to keep that in mind. As explained in the information in the citation package, if you dispute the citations, you must file an appeal with the Appeals Board, not with OSHA. These are two separate agencies. If you reach out to OSHA to discuss the citations, the clock continues to run on your appeal deadline. Scheduling a time to talk to OSHA without filing your appeal may cause you to miss the deadline, and then those citations will become final. You may initiate your appeal by calling our office, by filing appeal forms, or by visiting our online filing portal, Oasis. To initiate your appeal by phone before the 15 working days deadline, your appeal will then be deemed timely if you follow up that phone call by filing appeal forms for each citation within 20 days after we send you the notice that your appeal is incomplete. This means we're asking you for more information to finish the filing. Note that if you do not submit the necessary additional information, your appeal will be dismissed. The notice of incomplete appeal will explain what additional information is needed from you in order to complete your appeal. This video discusses filing an appeal using hard copy appeal forms. If you plan to file your appeal using the Oasis online portal, there's a separate video with instructions for that method. Now, some of the previous information from this video will be included in that video as well, because it's applicable to both methods. Page 1 contains your company's information and the contact information for the person who will be representing the company during the appeal. It is important for you to complete all of this information accurately. First, look for your inspection number in the top right of your citation package. Here you will also find the issuance date and the reporting ID number. Enter the information from the citation package on the appeal form as indicated. Enter the date that the company received the citations. Again, this is not the date that someone delivered it to you within the company, but rather the date that the citations were delivered to the company. This is not specific to what happened inside your business, but rather what happened with the post office delivery of the citations. You'll need to select whether you want to have notices from the appeals board sent to you via US mail or email. This is very important to note. If you choose email, it will be sent from noreply@ecourt.com. Many email service providers filter emails like this to a spam or junk mail folder, so it is important that you add this address as an approved sender, however your email provider does that. There might be a list of approved senders, or maybe you need to add it to an address book. But if it gets filtered to your junk mail folder and that folder is not regularly monitored, you may miss important notices from the appeals board, including dates that you need to appear for conferences or to submit requested information by a deadline. Please take steps to ensure that you receive these notices, or your appeal may be dismissed when you do not appear for events. Again, that email address, which is critical to your receipt of important notices from the appeals board, is noreply@ecourt.com. As a further note, if your email address is att.net or sbcglobal.net, you will not be able to receive emails from our electronic service address at all, because those email service providers do not accept any emails from the noreply@ecourt.com address, even if you try to make it an approved sender. If you have a representative, like an attorney or a consultant, you'll enter that person's contact information here. Make sure you select the method of service, either email or US mail, for that person as well. Finally, on this page, fill out the bottom of the form with your signature, job title, and date. Next, you will need to fill out a page 2 for each of the citation items that you intend to appeal. You will need to note the citation number and item number on each page. Sometimes you will have citation 1, items 1, 2, 3, and so on. Each of these separate items must have a separate page 2. Next, select the grounds for appeal. This means, what are you asserting is incorrect about the citations? Are you asserting that there was no violation? That the citation should not have been classified as serious or repeat or some other classification? That it is unreasonable to make the required abatement? And or that the proposed penalty on the citation is unreasonable? Mark each of the grounds for appeal that you are alleging. Additionally, you may have specific defenses to the citation, which are called affirmative defenses. These are things that you, as the party asserting them, will need to prove if your appeal goes to a formal hearing. For example, if there was, in fact, a violation of a particular safety order, but you are asserting that it was an employee's knowing, intentional action that caused the violation, you will need to prove that in order to be relieved of liability for the citation. There are a few other specific affirmative defenses listed on the appeal form. And there are a lot more that can be asserted by attaching a separate document and marking another affirmative defense. Keep in mind that an affirmative defense that has never been raised might not be allowed at the hearing, depending on the circumstances. Again, you'll need to fill out one of these pages for each citation and each item. And then you can file your appeal with the appeals board by mail, courier, or in-person delivery to our main office in Sacramento. As a best practice, we recommend that you keep a copy of the appeal form and consider sending it using a method of delivery that has a tracking number, so you'll have a record of the date that it was filed. After you file an appeal, our appeals initiation unit will review your filing to ensure that it is complete. If anything is missing, you'll receive a notice of incomplete appeal, or a member of our appeals initiation unit will contact you with questions. Now, our appeals initiation unit will also be reviewing your filing to ensure that you have filed your appeal on time. As noted previously, you have 15 working days to initiate the appeal from the date the citations are delivered to you. If it appears that your appeal is untimely, you will receive a notice of untimely appeal. This notice contains important information regarding what you must do in order to request that the appeals board accept your appeal. Those instructions are that you must submit a declaration signed under penalty of perjury explaining why your appeal was late. You also need to serve a copy of that declaration on Cal-OSHA. Samples of the declaration and the proof of service are provided with the notice of untimely appeal. A judge will review the information and make a decision regarding whether you have established good cause for the appeal being untimely. If the judge denies your late appeal, you have the right to file what's called a petition for reconsideration, which is a request that the 3-member panel of the appeals board review your case to decide whether you've established good cause or not. If your appeal is determined to be timely and complete, or if your late appeal has been accepted due to a finding of good cause for the delay, you will receive a notice of perfected appeal. This document provides you with the information regarding the judge that's assigned to handle your case and some other general information about the appeal process. The next step is that you'll receive a notice of status conference. This will be the first time you meet with the assigned judge to discuss the status of your case. This should not be the first time you take action on your case, though. If you want to discuss the citations with Cal-OSHA, you should be contacting the district office that issued the citations to set up an informal conference. This should be done before your first status conference, so you can then report on the progress of your discussions when the judge asks you about it. To prepare for your initial status conference, you can obtain a copy of the inspection file and set up an informal conference with Cal-OSHA. You can find the contact information for the Cal-OSHA district office in the upper left corner of your citation package. We have additional information on our website to guide you through the appeals board's process. Please visit Learn About Video Hearings in the OASIS portal section to learn more about hearings conducted via the Zoom video platform. Thank you for watching this video. We hope that it has been informative. If you have questions about how to file your appeal, please call our office at 916-274-5751.